Hey Facebook, it is December 28th, right around, I don't know, whatever time it is, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So I wanted to follow up on the video I did yesterday and sort of give you a quick vlog update. I shot one yesterday, but I don't know, I wasn't happy with it and I didn't get a chance to redo it before the day was over. So you get another car video today. So basically, let's give you an update on a couple of things that are going on. One, I put up a herdwatching video that was basically talking about the Israeli, UN, Donald Trump, Obama thing. So I did that one. And you'll notice for the first time ever in any of these videos, there's actually an edit in the long form version of that video. I didn't really try and hide the edit or mask it. I just basically put up a little station identification, you know, the old classic, we're having technical difficulties with the polka music. I want you guys to know when I do edits in those videos, the ones at least that seem like they're live. I don't want to like try and sneak anything past you. But also the purpose of doing these videos is partially to get more comfortable without being a perfectionist about it, without always editing things to within an inch of its life the way I do commercial content. So there aren't going to be a ton of edits in these. And then that video is unique for another way as well. I did a cut down version of that herdwatching video that just focused on the Israeli UN portion of that without sort of going off. After that, there's like, I did 10 minutes about Obama's legacy and why I think he's doing what he's doing. But I was asked by somebody to maybe just keep strictly to the Israeli content so that they could share it to a forum that maybe would not be overly interested or might be distracted by some of the Obama stuff. And I can see that because, you know, the discussion of how to deal with Israel as a policy is not inherently right now tied to left-right, Obama and Trump. There are people on all sides who see that conflict differently, and it might be that the Obama-Trump stuff would distract that, sort of derail that conversation. So I get that. So there's actually two versions of that video. One that runs around 16 minutes and one that's around 27 minutes. So anyway, go check out Herdwatching, at Herdwatching. You can find it on Facebook, you find it on YouTube. And so we got that video up and out yesterday. So far the response has been interesting and measured. The herdwatching audience is building slowly, which is going well. I shot the vlog that you saw. Actually, that herdwatching video was shot in the Panasonic Lumix G7 that I picked up a couple of weeks ago. I think it came out okay. I really have to adjust the lighting. It reacts to light differently than my 7D did, differently than the GoPros do, much differently than the iPhone does. So I'm gonna have to do a more deliberate lighting job. So that video came out a little bit harsh, and I was using the intelligent face focusing mechanism because I wanted to try that, and I don't know, the focus kept going in and out. So I probably won't be using that mode again, but overall the camera was dynamite to work with, so I'm pretty happy about that. And then beyond that, we have our computer from Mean Gear on the way. I really can't wait for that thing to show up in the first part of January. I'm on the cusp right now between 32 and 64 gigabytes of memory for that system. I may just get 32, knowing that I can add, there will be empty slots. I can always add the other 32 later on. I might not delay that build or slow anything down just to add the extra 32 right now. Though, when I look at my machine and I'm doing heavy editing these days, I do wind up really using almost all the RAM in that computer, my current machine. So the extra memory might do it well. So I hope the holidays went well for everybody. We're still sort of in the middle of this holiday week. We have New Year's coming up. We'll be doing a couple of videos together about New Year's and sort of looking forward to 2017 and what's going to be going on there. And we still have some stuff to deal with the release of the audio version of Anthem that I'll be doing in January. So it's going to be busy. A lot of content coming out of my side. 2017, we're really kicking Production Dojo into gear. So probably before January is over, we'll have the first build project for Production Dojo together. The first large-scale one. I'm not really going to tell you too much about what it involves, but I think I'm going to be playing with some GPS stuff and the cell network, some Internet of Things. So I got a plan for that, and you'll be able to follow along on that channel. I'm going to be keeping an eye on the viewership across these channels and sort of get a feel for, you know, how much politics these vlogs are going to take, and when, at what point it's worth splitting it out to a separate Herdwatching rant. Production Dojo is pretty isolated, though some of the nerd stuff is there. But I have a feeling that this space with my personal vlogs is always just going to be sort of for what's off the top of my head, and then the other channels will be more deliberate in the sense that you might hear about an idea for a video here, or I might talk about something for 5 minutes, and then it turns out that that idea kicked off a 30-minute Herdwatching video, or that idea led to, you know, a 3-week Production Dojo project. We're seeing, you know, this is an experiment. We're kind of all in this together. So go ahead, prepare yourself for the new year. Go ahead and follow me on YouTube, both on this channel and on Herdwatching. Go ahead and follow Herdwatching on Facebook and so on. And this way you can keep up with all the content. We're just going to get better at what we do, and I'm going to keep pushing through 2017 and sort of just increase this format. I really have been enjoying talking to you guys. It's led to great relationships and introductions to people professionally and personally. People have been reaching out to me. I've been able to respond to some folks. We're going to be talking about freelancers, freelancing stuff as well. We're going to be talking about some tech stuff. Where, you know, my life touches on a lot of areas, and as we get more used to these vlogs going out, we'll touch on more of those as well. Have a good afternoon. You'll no doubt see or hear from me again, Wednesday before the weekend, and there's probably another Herdwatching video coming out. I've gotten a lot of responses to the Israeli UN, a lot of people asking questions, specifically about what about the UN resolution I didn't like, specifically what I think the impact to U.S. policy has been. So I'll expand on those topics a little bit, and we have a lot more to talk about politically, obviously, as well. Take it easy, and have a good afternoon.